What is up, car addicts? In this video I'm going to be discussing the top 10 best budget cars in GTA Online for 2023 in terms of performance and usability as well. Now keep in mind that this list is obviously my personal opinion. I get the question quite a lot, what do I think is the best budget car in GTA? Obviously that's a very tough question to answer, so here I've compiled 10 vehicles that I think are really good budget cars, just really good value for the money in the game for what you get, that are useful in a lot of situations, and just very well priced, and I think you should definitely consider owning. So let's get right into it. Starting off with number 10, we have the Pegasus Intorno. So this one has a normal price of $725,000, and it's still top 20 in the supercar class for performance, and the back end is bulletproof, which can be very useful for certain missions and stuff like that, and just getting around the map in general because of the performance that it has, great handling and acceleration, just a really good overall car. Moving on to number 9, we have the Toros. So this one has a normal price of about $498,000, so just under $500,000 for this one. It seats 4 players, and it's the fastest SUV in the game in terms of track performance. Plus, it even has a very impressive top speed of 127.5 miles per hour, which makes it the fastest normal, non-HSW, non-rocket powered 4-door vehicle in the game. Plus, it has tons of great customization as well. It's just a very impressive and very well priced vehicle at just under $500,000. Continuing to number 8, we have the Shafter V12. So this one has a price of only $116,000. It's in the sports class, plus it's usable in sedan races as well, and it has a crazy top speed of about 124 miles per hour, which is just insane. That rivals most supercars, which if you think about it is just nuts, a big 4-door sedan going that fast. Plus it seats 4 players, has a fantastic exhaust note, and is just a ton of fun to drive. Highly recommend this one. Next up, on to number 7, we have the Elegy RH8. So this one is actually free, and believe it or not, it's still in top 10 for track performance on most tracks in the sports class. It's just an absolute beast, and you can easily keep up with most of the top sports cars depending on the track, obviously excluding HSW and the Pariah and Italian GTO and stuff like that, but against most of the top normal sports cars, I mean, it just destroys them all pretty much. Absolute beast of a car that's free. Moving on to number 6, we have the BF400. So this one has a price of $95,000. It's in the motorcycles class, but the main thing here is that it's usable in off-road races, where it pretty much dominates all the off-roaders and matches the pace of the top vehicle in there, which is the Draugr. And if you hold a wheelie, it has a top speed of 137 miles per hour, which is just wild. I think it's an absolute bargain for this price, and very useful for racing, time trials, etc. Very versatile vehicle for sure. Continuing to number 5, we have the Pizwazer Dominator. This one is actually free for all players, and it's still top 5 for most tracks. And it has a very impressive top speed of 126.5 miles per hour, which literally rivals most supercars. I mean, a normal looking muscle car going that fast is just insane. Now, it is pretty tricky to drive, but that's what actually makes it fun to me. I just absolutely love the driving experience of the Pizwazer Dominator. It's an absolute riot. Highly recommend this one for free. Next up, on to number 4, we have the Armored Kuruma. So this one has a normal price of just under $700,000 and a trade price of $525,000, which you can easily unlock the trade price by doing the Fleece a Job heist with a friend. And as most of you know, this is the only vehicle in the game pretty much that has all the windows that are pretty much 99% bulletproof against normal ammo. Plus you can shoot out of it at the same time, making it the perfect vehicle to use in missions against AIs. Really the only downside of this car is the fact that it has no explosive armor resistance, so one explosive, it blows up like a normal car. So really the only thing that's armored on this car is the windows and pretty much nothing else. But either way, still an extremely useful car that I think every GTA Online player should own for missions and such. Moving on to number 3, we have the Gargoyle with the wheel speed glitch. So this motorcycle is 120,000, and when you apply one of the large rear wheel upgrades, and of course fully upgraded, it makes it the fastest vehicle in the game when holding a wheelie with a top speed of 171.5 miles per hour, which is just nuts when you consider the fact that most normal supercars max out around 125. So you're doing 171 a bike that's about $100,000. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. Now, there are other speed glitches out there in the game, but those vehicles don't turn once you initiate the glitch. They just keep going straight. This Gargoyle speed glitch is pretty much just a normal bike with a wheel upgrade when you think about it. I mean, it's just insane. Continuing to number 2, we have the Duke of Death. So this vehicle is completely free for all players, and the reason that it's on this list is because it takes 9 homing missiles to blow up when it's fully upgraded. That's just mind-blowing to think about, that you can have armor protection that's that good with a free car. I mean, it's just nuts. Plus, the windows do provide a little bit of armor, and of course the Duke of Death has the pushing power of like a large truck. I mean, it's just nuts the way it pushes everything out of the way. Highly recommend this one, especially if you're a newer player. I think this is probably the first thing I would buy if you jump into GTA Online if you're a brand new player. For free, absolutely worth it. And lastly, on to number 1, the best budget vehicle in the game in my opinion, we have the Batty 801. So this one has a price of only $15,000, and it's still a very competitive bike in the motorcycles class, being in top 3 on most tracks due to its fantastic handling and speed. Plus, when holding a wheelie, it has a very impressive top speed of 135 miles per hour. Plus, you can beat every single time trial every week with this bike, which, as we all know, each time trial pays you $100,000. So you can literally get all your money back you invested into this bike, even with the upgrades included, in just one time trial, which is amazing. So this by far is the ultimate vehicle for beginners, insanely useful, and that's why I put it as my number 1. But anyways guys, there you have it. Those are the top 10 best budget vehicles in my opinion, based on performance and usefulness as well. As always, let me know down below in the comments whatever top 10 videos you guys would like to see. Thanks for watching guys, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.